Hey guys, AndrewW450 here, and I made a little hiccup in the last video where I said I'll be showing some gameplay today. But I remembered, and I forgot to put this also in the description, that Mondays are review day. So, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be sticking to my schedule. I will not be changing it, regardless of what I say kind of sillily during a video. So, in sticking with last week's theme, I will be continuing reviewing Halo. So, which one am I doing today? I'll give you a hint. I'm not going out of order. I'll be reviewing Halo 2 and the Anniversary Edition, and what I like and dislike about both of them, and overall how I feel about the game. So, in Halo 2, I have quite a few likes, as I did with the first game. I thought the gameplay was very excellent. Every move was to be calculated. Every addition from Halo Combat Evolved felt true. It felt right. It all worked well together. The gameplay from the first game, moving on to the second, I thought it was very much so an improvement. I loved the dual wield aspect. I thought that worked pretty well. And I still think it works very well. I think the dual wielding didn't change the gameplay too much, but it definitely added more variety to how you can go about the game. I thought the color scheme really worked well with the story. I thought the color scheme, as well as with the first game, set up the tone for the game. At times it was a little too dark, but I can't really blame them for that. I thought the colors definitely worked to improve the story. I thought it gave it the right tone. The graphics of the original game was definitely a huge improvement. It felt more grounded. The Marines didn't look like they were wearing chunks of metal on vital parts of their body. They looked like actual soldiers. The graphics in that game was beyond exemplary, in my opinion. Even by today's standard, I think it'd be decent graphics. And I loved the shift in focus of the story, giving the Covenant perspective by playing as the Arbiter, and getting their perspective into their belief system, into how the war is going, and how the war works. I think that was a very good idea on Bungie's part, to just sort of provide a means to understand both sides of the war. And also transitions into Halo 3 as to why the elites and the Covenant didn't get along anymore. My main dislike of the game, and there's probably more minor than major, I'm focusing mainly on the major stuff. My main dislikes is that some of the levels are repetitive. You get through one level, and then a couple of levels later you're playing the same thing, and that's something I think every Halo suffers from. That some of the levels do get a little bit repetitive. And that's not necessarily a horrible thing, but it's just, it makes replayability a little bit lacking at times. Now let's move on to the Anniversary Edition of Halo 2. And pretty much all my likes are the same. I love the Halo 2 Anniversary. I love Halo 2. It's probably my favorite game of the franchise. If maybe Reach may also be my favorite. The graphics were so much of an improvement. I think probably the only thing I don't like is the shield flicker when you hit an elite, but again, that's minor. Overall, the graphics were amazing. especially the cutscenes. The only thing I really didn't like about the cutscenes is that they were no longer pre-rendered like they were in the original game. They were actual, or they are pre-rendered rather than before it was an in-game cutscene. To provide an example of that, GTA versus Halo Wars. Halo Wars had pre-rendered cutscenes where it essentially looked different than what the game actually gave off. Advanced Warfare also had pre-rendered cutscenes, Call of Duty. Whereas you look at GTA, those are all in-game. So essentially, what is happening is that the models are being used to move in a certain way, rather than them going and creating these separate animations. With Halo 2 Anniversary, they did mocap for the Marines and for everybody to just sort of provide much more fluid movement. Don't get me wrong, it's very well made cutscenes. I just kind of wish that they stuck with more in-game assets than pre-rendered. I kind of delved into a little bit of this, but oh well. The sounds are very much so improved in a lot of ways. It sounds more. It sounds better overall. It sounds amazing, actually. It all works together. It still feels like Halo 2. My biggest complaint about like Halo Combat Anniversary, it stopped feeling like Halo. It didn't feel like Halo Combat Anniversary. It kind of felt like its own thing. But Halo 2 Anniversary still felt like Halo 2, which is something that I loved. Now let's go on to the dislikes. The reason I'm not going to really list the dual-wielding elites as a major dislike is because A, it's minor. It doesn't affect the gameplay that much. And B, that's just a glitch, something that they need to fix. And they will probably sometime soon. My biggest dislike is that before the Master Chief Collection, which is where you can find Halo 2 Anniversary, just got a very big overhaul. They completely changed up how it worked and the menu scheme. And so it all looks amazing. It all has amazing menu sounds and amazing menus. It's a very good UI, but it absolutely demolished Anniversary's frame rate in the upgraded mode. The original mode still works fine. Original graphics still work fine. It's still a smooth experience in the original graphics, but the new, the upgraded version, the upgraded graphics, it's almost unplayable because it went from that smooth, the smooth frame rate to probably around 20 frames per second. It would be my guess, and just does not look good. And it's not like I'm sitting here with like an original Xbox One either. I actually have this blue Xbox One S here, and it's a decent running machine. I just don't understand why there's this sudden shift in Combat Halo 2 Anniversary. So that's my biggest dislike about the Anniversary, is that its frame rate for the upgraded graphics is kind of dirt poor at the moment. I hope they fix that soon. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I just realized that I did not say what I thought of the game overall. Like I said, Halo 2 is probably my favorite Halo, contested by Reach, and it's hard for me to sit here and find a game that's really better than Halo 2, because it felt the most polished. It had easily the best story. It's designed to be a lore builder, which I find that always to be fun and entertaining. That's my personal preference, though. Let me know what you guys think. down in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and hopefully watch some more of my videos. See you guys.